Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to the new video. I'm the Casual Racing Gamer. Today we are talking VR headset for sim racing. I recently got the Quest 3. I also have been racing for a while now on PSVR2, but I've also had the Quest 2 for a while, which is what I've been sim racing on PC with. Now we are talking about two different systems here, right? We're talking about console and we're talking about PC. Just to put this out there, I'm not a VR expert. I'm not a technical expert. I can't give you the little nitty gritty about every little fine detail about VR headsets, but I'm going to tell you just from my experience what I enjoy. And the name of the channel obviously is the Casual Racing Gamer. I'm a casual racer. I do not race professionally. I don't race cars outside of sim racing. I know nothing about actual tuning of cars and any of that. I just enjoy sim racing. It's something I got into a couple of years ago. I always enjoyed racing games, but I think sim racing was like the next level up, and it's something that I just enjoy, and VR just took it to a whole new level for me that really got me addicted into sim racing. So let's first touch upon the Quest 3, right? Recently just picked up this headset, and I did a video on the best settings that I found so far that make this thing look amazing, right? So we have pancake lenses, which was a huge step up over the Quest 2. Now, what we're getting with pancake lenses is we don't have to worry about a little sweet spot. The whole lens is really clear from the inside to the outside. Once you put that headset on, you don't have to adjust it. You don't have to move it around. You can see everything, all the outer edges. When you move your eyes around, even everything is really clear around the outside. The Quest 2, if you pump up the graphics, and let's just talk about, you do need a powerful PC to power these correctly. If you do not have a powerful PC, and I'm talking at least like a 3000 series RTX or higher. Now, yes, can it run on an RTX like 2060, 2070, 2080 Ti? It can, but you're not gonna be able to push it as much. And what happens is when you can't push the Quest headsets that high with a good bit rate, is you're gonna get a lot of compression. Compression totally will ruin. It kind of ruins the experience. Things just aren't clear. They're just kind of mushy, and you can't make out fine details. If you have a powerful PC, you know, the Quest to me is the best by price wise. There's definitely better PC VR headsets out there. They're gonna run you a lot more money. And again, you're still gonna need a powerful PC to power it. So the thing with the Quest 3 is it doesn't look good, right? Let me just get that out of the way. It's not the best looking headset. So if you want to put your VR headset on and think you're looking cool, the Quest 3 is not the one for you. Obviously, the PSVR2 is definitely better looking, but I don't think anyone's really concerned what we look like when we're racing, right? Yeah, because no one really sees us. So just get that out of the way. I think the Quest 3 is actually a pretty ugly headset, to be quite honest with you. But that's besides the point. Anyway, getting back to it. Let's do Quest 2 versus Quest 3, and then we'll bring in PSVR2 and what I use for what and why I recommend what for what. So Quest 3 over Quest 2. You can still power the Quest 2 pretty powerfully, right? You can make it look good. You can raise your bit rate high. And the Quest 2, and people argue with me, oh my God, this guy's crazy. He thinks the Quest 2 looks good. If you raise your bit rate really high and you can get a really good picture out of the Quest 2, that will satisfy a lot of people. The Quest 3, does it look better? Yes, because you have a higher resolution lens, and the pancake lenses are a game changer for the Quest 3. Now, a lot of people ask, is it better than the Reverb G2 VR headset? Now, I haven't used that headset. Things I know about the headset is it has a very small sweet spot. And that's an issue for a lot of people, and it's something you will see so many people talk about, that you have to really find that little sweet spot. And once it moves, or once you start moving your eyes around, things get blurry. So it's only center that looks good. And a lot of you guys left some comments on my other video saying you have a G2 and the Quest 3 is actually gonna overtake your G2, and you actually think it looks better. And I totally believe it, because when you pump up the bit rate to like 700, I've been trying with iRacing, the bit rate at 700 makes this Quest 3 look, it's literally super sharp, super clear. The picture quality is so good. I call it crispy. It is crispy. That is the best way to describe the picture coming out of the Quest 3. Now, if you have PlayStation 5, you're obviously not going to be worried about the Quest 3, right? You're looking at PSVR2. Now, I always said this headset right here is worth it just for GT7. I have been playing GT7 on this channel for the past 4 or 5 months, and it actually stopped me from playing PC VR sim racing. It actually took me away from iRacing for a while now. Will I go back to iRacing now that I have a Quest 3? I probably will, just because I just spent the money on a headset and I want to get use out of it. But I'm going to talk a little bit more about the headset outside of sim racing. But which headset is for who, right? Which is better? Now, the Quest 3, I'm going to tell you right now, on a powerful PC, and I run an RTX 3080, so there's definitely more powerful out there that you guys can even get a better picture than me. The picture is much more clearer and crispy on the Quest 3. Because you have LCD lenses as well, it makes things very sharp. Now, to say that the PSVR2 isn't sharp, it's clear, but because it has an OLED screen, and I've said this from the moment that I picked up this headset, that I was really upset about it having an OLED screen. And I know people think that's one of the advantages to having an OLED screen is because you have really good colors, good contrast, deep blacks. But I think the clearness and the crispiness of an LCD screen overtakes, for me, is the better choice than using OLED, because you also have a filter on this, and you kind of have, some people call it more, I call it dirty screen effect, where it looks like there's something over your screen and it looks kind of dirty. It's not clear. You get over it quickly. It's something you will notice as soon as you put it on because you think your lenses are kind of dirty, but it's something you get over. Now, yes, it's clear. It's not saying that the picture's not clear. It's not saying the picture's not sharp. Everything about PSVR2 is great. The bottom line that it comes down to is which headset do you want, is what game do you want to play. Now, for PC, my game is iRacing, but there's a lot more choices to play on PC. And again, if you're going to get a VR headset, you want the most powerful PC GPU that you can afford, because you don't want to underpower a VR headset. If you're a more serious sim racer and you want the most authentic sim racing experience, you're going to want to go to PC. If you want something a little more casual, like myself, and you're okay not like truly racing like a racer, and a little more arcade type of things that's open for more racers out there and not just specific, really targeting that real authentic sim racer, GT7 is going to satisfy you a lot. It's a great game, but you also have a lot more games on PC, right? Now, the thing with the games though, Assetto Corsa is a great popular game on PC. It has good VR, but one thing that always pulls me away from it, why I don't personally play it, and the mods in the game are insane. There is so many mods available for Assetto Corsa that it can keep you busy for months and months and months with mods. At my age, at my time in my life, I don't want to be here looking for mods, how to install mods, getting things working correctly. I want to just hop into a game and play the game. I want the game to give me everything. And that's what I want to do. I don't have the time to sit there with 1,000 different mods doing different things with all different cars and tracks. I want the actual game to supply me with what I need. Now, if you like to mod stuff, Assetto Corsa can keep you busy for a long time. It's got a ton of mods and people love that. And I'm not saying anything bad about it. If you're into that kind of stuff, the PC has a lot more options for you, right? So you have that. You also have Assetto Corsa Competizione, which I don't recommend for VR. I think it's a terrible implementation on PC VR that I don't even play it. I played it like twice and it's just a terrible experience for me. We have another game that I do really like because it looks really good in VR, is Automobilista 2. Now, I haven't tried it on the Quest 3 yet. I am excited to try it on the Quest 3, but that game looks insane in VR. It doesn't have the online gameplay, which for me, the online gameplay is very important. So that's why I stick to iRacing. iRacing is also very expensive. You have to buy things. You get things when you first sign up. It's a subscription-based service. And then you get things when you first start playing in the lower modes. But if you want to actually move up in class and licensing cars, you have to start buying stuff. So it can run pretty expensive. So I know a lot of people are not a fan of that, and I'm totally hear you on that as well. Now, if you have PlayStation 5, would I tell you to go out and buy a computer and buy a Quest 3? I would definitely not. I would say a PSVR2 headset with GT7 keeps me busy. Like this is all I've been playing. I enjoy it. I love it. The experience is great. It's plug and play. Not to say that my Quest 3 isn't plug and play. My Quest 3 is totally plug and play. I hop into iRacing and I just literally plug it in and I just go and I run with it. I have my setting for my Quest set up and that's it. I just find the best setting, which options are good sometimes, but also it could be bad. But I don't have any problems getting into the game playing. VR just starts up immediately. I have no problem. So when people say there's so many issues, it's really going to come down to how your PC is built, made, different parts. But I have a stock PC and I have no problems with VR. I've never had a problem with my VR headset not working. Now, the thing with PlayStation 5, and PSVR2 is everyone has the same equipment. So they can make every game the way it works on this headset the same. You don't have to worry about changing things, editing settings. And to me, that's also a positive. That's a big plus. They know what the system can handle. They know what the system can run. And they say, this is what we're giving you in VR. But the way it is now, I enjoy racing on PSVR2. The headset looks good. The picture's good. The thing is that even though PlayStation 5 is less powered than my PC, it does have eye tracking. And what it can do is it basically uses all the power where your eyes are actually looking. And it gives you all the processing there, and it can blur out things on the outside of your actual site where you're looking. So they can put all that processing power into the center, let's say, where my eyes are on the track, and then not worry about the things on the outside. So that's how they're able to give you a really good experience on a less powerful system using this headset. And that would have been great if the Quest 3 had it, but we don't. But it's a great way to offer a better picture on a lower powered system. Does it work good? Yes. But there's also a little downfall with PSVR2 and GT7 is the game runs at 60 frames per second, and then they use reprojection to make it 120. So it's not even running at a full 120 or 90. It's actually running at a true 60. And sometimes, and I'm kind of over it though. It doesn't really affect me as much as when I first started playing. But if you move quickly, the image isn't sharp. It kind of could double image. Because of the reprojection, of the insertion of the frame. But I'm over that too. So I 100% recommend, if you like the game Gran Turismo 7 and you play the game already, I don't feel like you need to run out and buy a PC and buy a Quest 3. I think for sim racing, Gran Turismo 7 and this headset can keep you busy and makes the price of this headset totally worth it. Just for sim racing, right? Just for sim racing, it's worth it. If you really want a Quest 3, now it's just not a good looking headset, guys. I feel like they could have made the design a little better. I don't know. The thing with the Quest 3, I don't play my VR headsets for anything else in sim racing, except since I got the Quest 3, mixed reality has changed my excitement for VR. Being able to actually play in the actual and see your room and your environment and play inside it has changed my liking of regular VR. I always find, VR is cool, but I always feel like, I don't know, you need to be in a big room. You need to worry about your hands. You need to worry about where you're stepping, where you're standing, what you're hitting, even though you have a Guardian. Playing games, seeing your actual environment I've actually picked up the Quest 3 and played it many, many times. In the couple days I had it, I've actually really enjoyed using this as its own standalone VR headset for mixed reality. And for me, if you have a Quest 2 and only use it for sim racing, the Quest 3 is a bump up than the Quest 2 in general, definitely because of the pancake lenses. But you might find yourself using it for mixed reality because the gaming of mixed reality it's actually really fun. Is one better than the other? Absolutely not. Is one system better than the other? Kind of, because PC has a lot more options for VR sim racing, where with PlayStation 5, we have one option, Gran Turismo 7. For PC, I think if you don't have a headset, for $500, the Quest 3 is a steal of a deal if you have a powerful PC. This is a great deal. It's a great buy. It gives you awesome picture quality, and sim racing in VR is awesome. You're also getting a wider field of view than the Quest 2, which as probably a bigger deal for a lot of people who went from a Quest 2 to a Quest 3. But since I've been racing on PSVR2 for so long now, going to the Quest 3, I'm already used to that field of view. So it wasn't like I've been using the Quest 2 the last 5 or 6 months. I've been just using PSVR2. So the field of view for me kind of felt the same because I'm already used to that type of field of view. I do think the Quest 3 is a nice upgrade over the Quest 2. So anyway, guys, I rambled on long enough. Thanks for hanging out with me. Just talking about some VR headsets and sim racing. If you guys have different opinions than mine, definitely share it in the comments. Help some others out with, picking out their VR headset. If you're racing GT7, PSVR2, or if you're racing PC, let us know what games you're actually racing on PC, what headset you're using, what have you used in the past, and do your comparisons down there, and definitely help out some other people. So definitely subscribe, thumb up the video, and we'll catch you on the next one. We out of here. Peace.